laughs on the pain, but she still got game. Everyday life with a twist and a grin. Tears, true jokes, but he'll begin. She break it down real, never playing pretend. Take heed to the messages, lessons through the lens.
Shout out to Corey Joe. Shout out to Corey Joe, 1000 Watts Radio. Brother gave me an amazing intro, and I want to appreciate him for it and tell him thank you. So when y'all get time, please like and subscribe to 1000 Watts Radio. Okay, you will not regret, honey. All right, let's get into the foolery this morning. Anna Navarro on CNN allegedly said black people that were slaves came to the U.S. illegally. I gotta just take a little pause. I gotta take a little pause. Take a little pause. Good morning. Hey, Stephen, how are you? A-Team, how you doing? Renee, what's going on? Yeah, I had to take a little pause. Yeah, a little pause. Anna Navarro on CNN allegedly said black people that were slaves came to the U.S. illegally. Okay? Yeah, I had to take a little pause, y'all. Take a little pause. Now, I'm going to share something with you. I don't really like Anna. I don't like her. She doesn't let people speak. You know what I'm saying? And she thinks she knows everything. Most women who believe that they are alpha females, even though this word does not exist, they act like this. Like they know everything. Nobody can tell them nothing. Shout out to Officer Tatum. Now, y'all know I don't rock with everything Officer Tatum says, but he did a whole show, okay? Not a whole show, but a little segment about Anna. And so we going to discuss the foolery about Anna Navarro. But first, we going to get into our own nonsense, okay? We going to get into our own nonsense. Let's get into the foolery. Good morning, everybody. I love the greetings. How y'all doing? It's good to see everybody. Okay, let's get into the nonsense this morning. This is the nonsense of the day. Okay? Now, y'all know how we get in here on these YouTubian streets and we talk shit early in the morning. Okay? Thank you to everybody who came and who's rocking with me right now. I appreciate you. So a young lady came on to Ugly Money, okay? She came on to Ugly Money and she said this on his panel. Shout out to Ugly Money that is on IG. She said this, okay, on the panel. Oh my God. 18, thanks, baby. I appreciate you. Let's get into the foolery. Here we go.
You fucking nobody unless you can. My business. This is my statement.
And I'll tell you right now, all the fellas that get to know her, don't fuck with her. Fuck her. Like, respectfully, your bill, no.
Why would you wish that type of bullshit in my life? I'm telling you.
No. I'm saying, no, I'm not wishing you get negativity in your life. What I'm saying is that bullshit, you can only get the pussy till the bills paid. No, fuck your bills and fuck your pussy. It ain't worth it.
In my bills.
Your vagina will never be worth that.
This shit. No.
Your sex skills.
I get my bills paid just off my toes alone.
I'm not saying you got OnlyFans.
So, no. I just got people who foot fetish and I sell my.
Yeah, so also you get paid by degenerates, and then you really see that's the thing. When you hold on, see when women and I gotta look when women get money from degenerates and low quality men like this, they take this unrealistic mindset.
Quality? How you know they low quality?
They's paying for feet pictures, nigga. And you
what if that's a good person? What if they a virgin and they just like feet? And
it's okay. I'm not hating on nobody that has a fetish. Fetishes don't make you a degenerate. But this is why girls got delusional mindsets because of some losers who just be masturbating the feet pictures. She thinks a man can only talk to her unless he pays a bill first.
I was dumb and I sit up there and I did the little even shit that you was talking about and I changed my perspective. No. See,
I
just know what I'm gonna put up with and what I'm not gonna put up with.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I know my worth. That's it.
Your work better be realistic. But
you have an amazing story that the whole world needs to hear.
So I don't understand where this comes from, but I do understand how we got here. Now, the thing is that the pretty girl rock, I don't know how many times I gotta say this, but the pretty girl rock had made this monster that once average looking women like me throw on a 27-inch, put some makeup on, a whole car of makeup on our face, and some nails and everything like that, and get in here and tell men, you gonna do what I want you to do, or you not gonna get the BJJ. You understand? Thank you, Martin. I appreciate you, baby. Or you not going, I'm not, if you don't get in here and do what I need you to do, it's all hell gonna break loose. And the thing is that only the pretty girl rocks, okay, can get away with this foolery with men. Only pretty women can get away with this foolery with men. But check this out. The prettiness only lasts for so long because the attitude is nasty, okay? The attitude is nasty. The appreciation is not there. So the pretty girl rock only can get it for a little bit. That's the problem. And so pretty girl rock comes to social media and tell average looking women like me, you can do all this you want to do to a man and he's going to submit. And that's the problem. That's the problem. This is why average looking women go on Ugly Money. They got the 27-inch, they got the hooker shorts on, everything, the bodysuit on. And I ain't hating on bodysuits, baby. But they got the nonsense wearing. And so because they look good for today, okay? They look good for today. That 27-inch wig is rocking. The makeup is rocking. I get in here and I get to demand whatever I want. See, the difference between pretty girl rock and the average looking woman is that when pretty girl rock take off that makeup, she still look beautiful. She still look beautiful. She's naturally beautiful. Okay? So when the average looking woman comes and she got to put on a whole cake of makeup, she doesn't know her worth. You get in here and start demanding stuff that pretty girl rock just get by just putting her hand out. Now, pretty girl rock has a problem because the attitude is nasty, okay? The attitude is nasty. She has no respect for the man. So men won't stay around her too long. They're going to stay around to spoil her so that they could get the BJJ and say they was able to knock her down. But after that, it's done. How my mic sound, y'all? Is my mic sound nice or it's bad? Tell me, let me know. Because I just want to know. Is it like doing some noise? Okay. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate you. So this is where the nonsense comes from. And so we all think, thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all. So we all think that we are entitled to certain things. Now, I don't know how many times that I could tell you, but a man that is into you, you don't have to force anything on him. A man that wants to be with you, you don't have to force anything on him. He's going to open up his life. He's going to want to help you. It's going to be hard for you to tell him, stop, I got it. It's going to be hard because he's going to want to help. A man who wants to be with you, you don't have to ask him for anything. He's going to want to help. Okay? When he see you struggling, when he see you going through something, he wants to help. Corey Joe, how are you, baby? I just did the intro. I appreciate you, sir. Okay? I appreciate you. So that's the uncomfortable truth. He's going to want to help. Instead of y'all talking about, oh, before you get the BJJ, you got to pay all my bills. Where they do that at? See, Pretty Girl Rock can get this, okay? Naomi, how are you, baby? Pretty Girl Rock can get this. But the average looking woman, it takes time. See, Pretty Girl Rock gonna get all she want because remember, he's trying to screw her. So I gotta give her everything she want, and then once I get that, the BJJ, I'm done. This is why Pretty Girl Rock right now, some of the Pretty Girl Rocks that we grew up with right now, okay? Right now, the ones we grew up with right now, the y'all ones that's in your 40s and your 50s and your 60s, the ones we grew up with right now, ain't none of them got men. Ain't none of them got a husband. They out here talking about, I need a warm body on top of me, okay? They out here talking about, I'm taking boyfriend applications. This is the Pretty Girl Rock of our time. Right now, what we're seeing. Because why? They were able to get all that stuff. They were able to get all these things out of men because why? The men just wanted that JJ. They wanted to just be like, yeah, I slept with so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? But the attitude was nasty. She had some issues going on. I had to bounce. See, this is the thing. But JJ can only keep men for so long. I don't care what color the man is. But JJ can only keep men for so long. And then once they have had nut clarity, let's talk about it. Once they have had nut clarity, now they trying to figure out what else do she bring. You know what I'm saying? What else do you bring? I'm just saying. Walker, good morning. How are you? They trying to figure out what else do you bring. Okay? Martin said, nah, they prostitutes. Martin, you in trouble this morning. Look at you. Okay? Renee said, that's nasty. Yes, it is. It's nasty. Martin, be nice now. Okay? The uncomfortable truth is, once the men find out who they really are, they're done. Do you hear what I'm saying? Once the men find out who they really are, it's done. Okay? Can somebody block this troll that's in the chat for me? I appreciate y'all. Anybody can get him. I just want him off the content. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So, Biblical, how are you? So, this is the uncomfortable truth. So now you got this young woman sitting up there in Ugly Money Show talking about she need a man to pay all her bills before he get that. But JJ, my dear, you're grown, right? You grown. You live in your own place, right? Why your bills not paid? Why are you not taking care of your own bills? Why are you relying on a man to pay your bills and you just met him? Like how you just meet somebody and you like, oh, I need you to pay this type of bill. That does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. Walker, I appreciate you. Thank you, honey. That's the uncomfortable truth. Corey, I see you for the $2 super chat. Corey Joe says, good morning, all. Hello to the mods. You're awesome. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Corey Joe, for the $2 super chat, baby. I appreciate you. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Donate to the page as well if you can. Please hit that like button because I got a lot of y'all in here, okay? Got a lot of y'all in here. And there's only 14 likes. Be nice now. Leonard, how are you? It's good to see you. It's good to see you, sir. So that's the end of that foolery. Let's get on to something else. Now, this right here is nothing but the truth. Okay, now this guy, he changed his name. I don't know what's going on. And I follow this brother on my content, but I guess he got 2 channels or something. So, I mean, I follow him on IG. So there's 2 women he's interviewing. And you can tell both of these women belong, you know, they come from the hyena kingdom. You can tell. But let's get into the interview. Here we go, y'all.
And this is the problem.
problem. If a man comes up to you and he's expecting you to bring the tools, he's expecting you to bring the money, and he's expecting you to go half at the table, walk away.
So that sounds good, right? To walk away, and it sounds decent. A lot of you women aren't in the 1 percentile, just like a lot of you men aren't in the 1 percentile. A lot of you don't even make anything close to 6 figures a year.
So you don't
let's go. Get the fuck out of here. Could you imagine somebody telling you? Could you imagine? Hold on. Could you imagine somebody telling you that you don't deserve love, that you don't deserve to be dating if you don't make a certain amount of money?
This is the problem.
But they've been doing that since Kevin Samuels, may his soul rest in peace. They've been saying that, if you don't make a certain amount of money, I can't be with you. If you don't make a certain amount of money, I can't rock with you. You know what I'm saying? You got to make 6 figures. They've been saying that. And I'm going to share something with you. This type of teaching will have you all to fail, okay? This type of teaching will have you all to fail. Now I'm going to share something with y'all. I would tell you to look for a man that not even look, but the requirements, it shouldn't be he makes 6 figures. It shouldn't be 666, okay? It shouldn't be that. What I would tell any woman if they ever asked me, ask him what's his 5-year plan. What do he plan? What is his plans at his current job? Or if he doesn't have plans for his current job, what is the plan that he's going to do to achieve greater? Okay? That's what y'all need to start. We need to go back, start asking those questions. Just like the job asked you back in the day, what's your 5-year plan? This is what we need to start doing. Not know, oh, you got to have 6 figures. Because I'm going to share something with you. Most men, they value the woman who's been there with them from the beginning. Okay? Now, I ain't talking about the woman who been there from the beginning and she been riding him. Oh, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have that. Oh, you less than a man. I'm not talking about them sisters right there. Because y'all get a lot of those sisters mixed up with the sisters who been on the grind, who been saying to him, you gonna make it. Whatever you put your hands on, God is going to give it to you. We're in, I'm in seeding. How can I say that? You know what? We're going to say it like this. I'm praying for you. You know what I'm saying? Let us pray together. Let's pray together that God will hear our cry and give you, and give you what you need to sustain. And give you what you need to get to this point in life. You know what I'm saying? Prayer work. I don't care what nobody tell you. Prayer work. Okay? So now, this is when you, because some of y'all, we get it mixed up. We get some of these sisters who come on these content, these panel shows. I got to say it like that. These panel shows, and they'll say, I did all this for him, I did all that for him, and yet he still left me. And this is the question I want to ask when they say this right here. Were you supportive? Or did you throw in his face, this is what I did for you? You understand? Did you tell him everything that you have is because of me? Okay? Did you tell him you ain't shit, you ain't gonna never be shit? Because there's a difference. Because now when you have a woman who she sees this man that she's dating and she, you know what I'm saying, they in a long relationship or whatever, or maybe they just got married, and she says to him, because remember, my sisters, you are the tree. So if I'm feeding good things in my mind, then I'm able to feed it to the family. Okay? But if I'm feeding evil things in my mind, and evil things can be from your girlfriend telling you nonsense, you understand, about your man. And so now you're feeding it into him and into the children. So if you are feeding good things into your mind, you're speaking over your husband's life. That job is not meant for you. Do you hear me? That job is not meant for you. You are a businessman. You are meant to succeed in business. I see it in you. Do you hear me? I see it in you. I see the king in you, even when you don't see the king in yourself. I see it. We're going to make it no matter what we going through. God sees you. Do you understand? There's a difference when you talk to your husband from a difference from a woman who is feeding all type of nonsense in her mind, and she's feeding it to the kids. Oh no, you ain't got no job. What's wrong with you? Why you ain't doing this? Why this, that? He can't come and tell you nothing. You know, oh, well, I run this shit. You know, you get women like that. I run this shit. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for me. So when you have women who get in here and say if it wasn't for me, this. And then later when he gets to greatness, he don't want to be with you no more. And then you come to a podcast and tell your whole story about why never help a black man, because y'all quick to say that. Never help a black man because this is what he did. Okay? And that's my question to you is, sis, did you encourage what he was doing? Or did you throw in his face, if it wasn't for me? Because a lot of y'all do that. If it wasn't for me. Let that man tell you if it wasn't for you. Because he going to tell you. He's going to tell you. He going to say, baby, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be in this house that we are in. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have this business that we got. Let him tell you. He knows. He already know if it wasn't for you. You don't have to throw it in his face. Continue to be the wife that God called you to be. Sit by him. Tell him. Speak over his life. Even when he has doubts. Speak over his life. Even when shit is going wrong in the house. Tell him, don't worry about this. Don't even look at this. This is the devil doing nonsense. Do you hear me? Stay on your grind. This is the devil doing nonsense. Something get broke in the house. It's going to stay right there. It's going to stay right there because the money we got is for something else. It's going to stay right there. It's going to be fine. Let it sit in the corner. It's going to be fine because the money that is right now is for a purpose. It's for a purpose. So whatever going on right now, long as the roof ain't fall off, baby, it's going to be all right. You hear me? Don't get in here. When you get in here and you have a husband and you're trying to speak over his life, it should be goodness. It should be blessings. It shouldn't be, motherfucker, you ain't got a job yet. You know, he just lost his job. You ain't got a job yet, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be shit like that. There's a lot of women who get in here, well, you got to be like this before I even be with you. And you will miss out on your blessing. A lot of y'all have missed your blessing 4 times. Black Queen, how are you? How you doing, honey? You have missed your teacher. Your teacher 4 times because of this mindset. You have missed him 4 times. I would rather be with a man that we build together than he already be at the finish line. Because a man that's already at the finish line, he going to tell you what he going to take and what he not going to take. And then he going to do what he want to do, and he ain't going to care who don't like it. Because he didn't come to the finish line with you. He was already there. A lot of y'all say, I want a man that's finished already. You know what I'm going to tell you? Get a man who already, he got a plan in his mind what's going to happen. Get a man who already got a plan in his mind how he want his life to go. Because there's a lot of brothers who they at one job and they don't have no plan to do nothing else. And the job may not even make enough money, but he's like, long as I can live each and every day. That's not the type of man that you need. A man that he has a plan to do something. And I'm talking about the ones who are at the lower, how can I say this? The bottom of the totem pole. Okay? There's some brothers that are at the bottom of the totem pole, but they see themselves at the top. That's the one you go for. They see themselves at the top. Because if he already has it in his heart and his mind that he see himself at the top, baby, run with him, honey. Run the race with him. But the ones who just sitting down there and they can't do nothing else and they are content with going to the corner store and doing nonsense on the street and saying hi to his friends and this and that, then come back in the house, that's the one you leave there. You leave that one there. But if you see the other one and he might be down there with the rest of them, but he see himself at the top, baby, that's who you run with. That's who you run with, baby. You run the race with him. Y'all worried about how much this man make. You worried about him, oh, he got to make 6 figures or more. And you ain't never seen that type of money in your life. You ain't never seen it. You want somebody with 6 figures, but you never saw that type of money in your life. How can you require for someone, and that's another thing, because I got to get on this lunch thing. You yourself had never spent $100 worth of money. You have never spent $100 on lunch before. But yet you require for a man to send you $100 for lunch. That's dumb. Never heard no shit like that before. He call you, you tell him, babe, I'm going out with my girls for lunch or whatever. If this man hit you with $25, $30, the words that should come out of your mouth is thank you. I appreciate you. Because you want to know why? It wasn't your money that you spent. One thing I want to share something with you. This is why Yahweh seals a lot of our future. I want to share something with you. This is why Yahweh just seals a lot of our future. Because what he gave you, you not happy. Yahweh gave you a pair of shoes. They might have came from the dollar store, but he gave you a pair of shoes. Let's talk about it, okay? Yahweh gave you a pair of shoes. You're complaining that they're not Walmart shoes, okay? But the shoes you have on your feet protect you from the elements, right? But you upset that they're not Walmart shoes. That's when Yahweh say no more. You're not going to get no more until you learn how to be thankful for what you have. There are a lot of women, you don't know how to be thankful for what you have. The house that you live in, you're not thankful. So Yahweh will sit there and just seal it. We're going to wait. We're going to wait till she thankful. Now, when you start jumping around and you talk about, you telling Yahweh, I'm thankful, I'm thankful. God, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. When you in there telling him, I thank you. Now, he going to say, let's open up the doors. Okay? Now the house is coming. Now, you might have a beat up Toyota. Let's talk about it. Okay? Shout out to Toyota. I'm about to say it all, twisting my tongue. So, you got a 2000 Toyota, okay? Let's talk about it. So you hating on this car. I can't stand this car, this now, whatever. My girlfriend got this, my girlfriend got that. I can't stand this car, right? Okay. So now, this car gets you to work and get you back home safely, okay? It may break down sometimes. You pay a few dollars to get it fixed. But the car takes you to and fro. But you're complaining about this car. So what happened? Yahweh seals that fate right there. He seals it. You're going to stay right there. Now, when you start jumping around, God, I thank you. I thank you for this car. This car get me to and fro. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Now, when you start saying that, right? Now, God said, open, open. He opens. So what happened now? What happens now? You driving a newer model of a Lexus, okay? When you start learning how to tell God thank you, he elevates you. He elevates you. He elevates you. This is the uncomfortable truth. We have to do better. Have to do better. You can't just think that everything is supposed to just drop down because, oh, I'm ready for it now. I'm ready for it now. So, God, listen, I'm going to share something with you. Yahweh will send you one of his sons that is a diamond in the rough. A diamond in the rough, honey. A diamond in the rough. Because he needs y'all together. Because your ending is a story that no one will be able to tell it. You hear me? The ending, when y'all get to the finish line, people will say, what? Because they never saw it. But they don't know the nights that you and him were in the closet crying out to Yahweh. They don't know the nights when y'all were stretched out on the floor crying out to Yahweh, telling him thank you for all y'all had, for the apartment that you in that turned into a house, to the car that you was driving that was a 2000 Toyota that turned into 2 cars that are Lexuses. They don't know the prayer that you prayed to Yahweh. See, Yahweh will get you into he will get you into a situation where you got to go out there and say, we got to do it together. Do you hear me? We got to do it together. This is the thing that y'all miss about relationships and marriage. Y'all miss this part. It takes 2. Not you get in here and pay all my bills and I don't contribute to nothing. See, there's a time and a season for everything. There's a time where this man will get in here and he will make so much and he will tell you, baby, I need you to give in your resignation tomorrow. When you go to work, tell everybody you love them and that's it. And come home. And come home. She gonna look at you say, what? What you talking? He said, no, because I got this deal that just went through right now. I just got the paperwork and everything. The deal went through, baby. Tomorrow, go to that job. Tell them, anybody you want to tell, kiss your ass. Tell them that day, kiss my, and everything, and come home. But y'all want the finished product. You want the finished product. This is what gets you in a lot of trouble. You want the finished product. I'd rather take the man that has aspirations and he's ready to do what he needs to do to get there. I'd rather take the man that he was at the bottom of the totem pole and he has a mindset to get to the top. That's what I'd rather. Instead of the one that is sitting at the bottom of the totem pole and he says, this is all I could do. This is all I could do. Y'all give me a minute. Let me go and grab him real quick, okay? Now, I want y'all to listen to this, okay? Before I go grab him. This is the next concept, and we're going to talk about it when I come back, okay? Here we go.
Take a woman to completely forget a man. What I'm going to say next may hurt you. If a man forgets a woman, it may take a year, 3 or 5 years, or even a whole lifetime. But for a woman, all it takes is for another man to appear in her life to forget a man who was once good to her. That's the reality. How long does it take a woman to completely forget a man? What I'm going to say next may hurt you. If a man forgets a woman, it may take a year, 3 or 5 years, or even a whole lifetime. But for a woman, all it takes is for another man to appear in her life to forget a man who was once good to her. That's the reality. How long does it take a woman to completely forget a man? What I'm going to say next may hurt you. If a man forgets a woman, it may take a year, 3 or 5 years, or even a whole lifetime. But for a woman, all it takes is for another man to appear in her life to forget a man who was once good to her. That's the reality. How long does it take a woman to completely forget a man? What I'm going to say next may hurt you. If a man forgets a woman, it may take a year, 3 or 5 years, or even a whole lifetime. But for a woman, all it takes is for another man to appear in her life to forget a man who was once good to her. That's the reality. How long does it take a woman to completely forget a man? What I'm going to say next may hurt you. If a man forgets a woman, it may take a year, 3 or 5 years, or even a whole lifetime. But for a woman, all it takes is for another man to appear in her life to forget a man who was once good to her. That's the reality. How long does it take a...
So what y'all think? What y'all think about what she said? Because we on to the next subject. What y'all think about what she said? There are a lot of women. Hey, John, how are you? There are a lot of women that are out here that no matter how good the man has been to her, okay? No matter how good the man has been to her, if she's entertaining another man in her mind, you hear me? She has let another man come into her mind. You hear what I'm saying? She can cheat on the man who's been good to her. She can dog walk the man that has been good to her, that has been there with her through thick and thin. You understand? You understand what I'm trying to say? This is why I tell y'all, do not entertain other men when you are in a relationship. Do not entertain other men when you are in a marriage. Don't do that. See that queen? Good morning, queen. Good morning, queen. How are you? You understand? That's the nonsense. Good morning, queen. How are you? When you have a man of substance with a king mindset, I didn't say he was rich, because a lot of y'all get that messed up. When you say, oh, he had, because y'all believe men who are rich have a king mindset and stuff like that. A person who is rich a person that is rich can be a Pookie and Rary too. Can be a Pookie and Rary too. So this is why Taki says to you, don't entertain. Don't entertain. Don't get in here and entertain foolery. Be mindful of who you let in your thoughts. Because I'm going to share something with you. Once your relationship hit a rough patch, right? And you got this other man on the back burner. This is the gospel truth, and it happens a lot. But you have this other man on the back burner. Something happened between you and your husband, you and your boyfriend. You immediately go to that man and start telling. Okay? You immediately go to him and start telling. Okay? What's going on in your marriage and what's going on in your relationship. And so this man has been waiting for the opportunity. So he's going to tell you everything that is not right. He's going to tell you everything that is not right to break the hold that you have with this man that you're married to or you have been in a long relationship with. He's going to break that hold. Now he will start talking to you and saying fresh stuff to you while y'all on the phone. Y'all be lollygagging and everything every time because he's reeling you in. And so now, all it takes for a woman to forget a good man is another man. And a man don't even have to be good. He doesn't have to be good. But he got that game. He know how to talk. Once you have a man that know how to talk, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Once he can capture your mind, this is why I tell y'all, don't entertain foolery. Don't even give it a leg to stand on. Don't entertain foolery. But what the woman is saying, she's right. She's right. I know it's nasty. I know it's nasty, but she's right. A woman can leave a good man for a Pookie and Riri. There was a woman on Kendra G that said she left a 20-year marriage because she wanted to be a hoe. And then when she got that pipe, when the man laid that pipe on her, she said it was horrible. So she let this man entice her because she wanted to be enticed. It's not a one-way thing. She wanted it because she was ready to cheat. She had already had in her mind that she was tired of the 20-year pipe. She was tired of the 20-year pipe. So she wanted new pipe. And she said, I left a 20-year marriage because I wanted to be a hoe. And she says she regrets it. Their oldest son is 27. They had two 14-year-olds, twins. She said it was the worstest decision she ever made. This is why I tell you, my sisters who are married, you ain't supposed to entertain men on the phone unless it's business. We talking business, all right. But all that, how you doing today? What's going on today? You got to shut that shit down. You want somebody to ask you how you doing today? Call your husband. Call your husband, damn it. When you entertain foolery, you wind up getting hurt. In the end. Because what's going to happen is this man, once you divorce him, he going to go and take time to heal. You didn't. You didn't because you wanted some new ping. Okay? You didn't. You didn't take time to heal. You jumped into the sack with somebody else once you and that husband separated. But he took time to heal. So he understands his worth. And then what happened? After you done got that ping and it was horrible, now you see him in a relationship and the relationship is flourishing. And when the kids go over there, the kids like, oh, mama, daddy new girlfriend is so nice and this and that. The oldest one see the nonsense that you done. The oldest one stop talking to you and then start being nice to the new girlfriend that the daddy got. You know what I'm saying? And now you all out the picture because when they take vacations, they taking the kids. The 27-year-old taking time off from work to go on vacation with the daddy's girlfriend and him. You will miss out on foolery because you was entertaining a man who was not your husband. You want some spice in your marriage, baby, do role play. Take Heed will tell you do role play. You want spice in your marriage, do role play, damn it. Okay? Okay, that's right. That's right, Renee. Tell him, baby. Got to get out my mailbox. Yes, honey. I don't have time. Okay? I don't have time. You want role play with your husband. Get him a hat. Tell him I need you to be somebody else today. The cable man, the mailman. You can lie, say the milkman. You know they don't have the milkman no more. Okay? The garbage man, all this other stuff. Okay? Role play with your husband. Take Heed will get in here and tell you role play. Role play with your husband. Okay? Tell him to grow that beard out. Role play with your husband. He gonna do it because he want to satisfy you. He gonna do it. Role play. Tell him you ready to role play. Get you some different color wigs or something. You ready to role play too. That's right. USP worker, that's right. FedEx, I came to deliver a package. Okay? Come on now. USPS, I came to deliver a package. Do something. Instead of you trying to entertain someone, you want to be talking fresh on the phone, get on the phone and talk to your husband. Talk fresh to your husband on the phone. Now get ready for that war when he come home now. Get ready for the war. So don't get in here and be talking junk on the phone, and then when he get home, you act like you don't know what you said. Okay? All right? That's what I'm talking about. All right? Tiny said, the meat man. That's right. Get in here. Oh, wait a minute. Martin said the burglar. Now, I like that one too. Get in there and role play with this man instead of you going and destroying what you have. Now, the woman is right. She's right, and we gonna move on. Now, I know some of y'all gonna be mad now, bitch, what? Take heed. I know you ain't in here talking about me. Now, listen, that's your business. If you offended by what I said, then it might be you. It might be you, baby. It might be you if it hurt. Okay? Now, this is a comedian from, I think he's from Nigeria or Ghana, but I'm not sure. But I want y'all to hear what he said. This was so funny. I had to clip this. It was so funny. Here we go.
Serious body weight loss pandemic going on right now, especially in the female world, and I'm here to beg you, it needs to stop. Maybe I have to be the one to say it. What is going on? Except you are extremely big-bodied and you want to lose some weight, and some black men still like that, then I can understand, but why are you as a medium-shaped, beautiful-looking, melanin popping black woman wanting to lose your weight so much you start to lose your bum bum? At what point are my curvy black women trying to look like supermodel? Black men don't like supermodel. Oh. You see, when you hear stuff like, oh, that's a model looking, that is a white man's taste. This
Attention, all streamers.
rage.
Did he say that right? That was a white man's taste. Did he say that right? Now listen. Did he say that right? Did he say that right? Did he say that right? Oh my God. He said that's a white man's taste. Black women, I want to share something with you. You are meant to be curvy. You are. But we have to understand health as well. You understand? So you're meant to be curvy. But we also have to understand that health is important too. Okay? So we're not talking about getting up here and being obese where you can't even fit in the chair. We're not talking about that you're so obese that you can't even fit in the car and the Uber driver tells you that you can't get in the car. Okay? That his car may, go into a hazard. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. My sisters, you are meant to be curvy, but we're not talking about you're supposed to be overly, you go into obese station. We're not talking about that. Don't pull into the obese station. Be able to walk. You understand? Be able to sit in a chair. You understand? We understand curviness, but we're not talking about you out here and you on every type of medication. That's not the key. European standards, we have never been able to link in with European standards. We have never been. Never. We have tried. We have tried. When we get in here and we wear those lace wigs, we're trying. We're trying. But your hair is naturally supposed to rise up to the sun. That's how Yahweh made your hair. Your hair is naturally supposed to rise up to the sun. Beautiful and strong. Your melanated skin is not supposed to be dyed all different colors, and that's not what you're supposed to look like. You too busy trying to whiten everything, and that's not how you supposed to look. You're supposed to be chocolate. You're supposed to be vanilla chocolate. You're supposed to be dark chocolate. That's you. That's how Yahweh designed you. That's how he made you. You're supposed to be curvy. You are the original. You're supposed to be curvy. Do you understand? You're supposed to be curvy. You are the original. You look like Eve. You're supposed to be curvy. When you walk, the earth must shake when you walk because you are the original. But we're not talking about you being obese and you up here taking all types of medication to control your sugar and high blood pressure and all that. No, we're not talking about that. First and foremost, your health comes first. Hey, Brittany, how are you, honey? Your health comes first. So, yes, I agree with the African brother that we're supposed to be curvy. We are not designed to have European bodies. That's not us. Now, I agree with him on that. But we ain't supposed to be obese. It ain't supposed to be a butt in front of your in front of you. You ain't supposed to have a butt in front of you. And a butt, and you, we already know you're gonna have that big butt in the back, but you ain't supposed to have no butt in front of you. That ain't nothing but just a whole bunch of bacteria. And take heed talking to herself too. That ain't nothing but a whole bunch of bacteria and everything that's just sitting here that you need to get out your body. Cleansing is a good thing. My sisters and brothers, cleansing is a good thing. We're too busy trying to make people feel good that when you tell them the truth, it hurts. Even take heed too. When you tell them the truth, it hurts. Take heed is a big girl. I'm gonna tell you. Don't let me get in here lying. I'm a big girl. Now, do Take Heed know how to throw her shit on? I do. I know how to throw my shit on. But the thing is that I'm still a big girl. And got shaped for days. But there's certain things I don't like that I work on my body. And you have to too. Health is important. Health is important. Even though I like what the brother said. But we ain't supposed to be obese. Now. Let's get into something else. Okay? We're going to get into something else. This woman was told this advice from her grandmother. I think it was her grandmother or her auntie. And a lot of y'all fall in this category, okay? Because you always hear people say, marriage is just a piece of paper. Marriage is just a piece of paper. Marriage don't mean shit. It's just a piece of paper. All of y'all get in here and y'all say that. So her grandmother, I think it's her grandmother, her auntie, told her marriage ain't nothing but a piece of paper. But guess in the end how she conclude this message, baby. I want y'all to listen closely how she conclude this message. Here we go.
Y'all, tell me why my grandma just told me. She said, stay away from men that tell you that marriage is just a piece of paper. So I said, why is that, Grandma? She answered and she said, money is a piece of paper. Immediately, I already knew where she was going with this. She said money is a piece of paper, but we get up every day and we go and grind for a piece of paper. You got people out here that literally steal pieces of paper. You got people out here that are scamming for paper, deceiving people. That's what she mean. She said you got people out here killing each other over some paper. So let me bring it on home for y'all. She then proceeded to tell me that that piece of paper holds value. Marriage is a piece of paper, but it holds value. She said that piece of paper is the symbolism of unity between two people. She said men only tell us those things because they are not equipped to be in unison. When I say my grandma humbled me so quick, y'all tell me.
That's nasty. That's nasty. I want y'all to understand something. Only a married woman can tell you this. See, only a married woman can tell you this. This piece of paper that a lot of men and women tell you, not just men saying, but this piece of paper, okay, on this land, okay, and even around the world holds so much weight. When you legally have a marriage certificate, it holds so much weight. But people will tell you it doesn't. Let me share with you how much weight that a marriage certificate holds. Do y'all remember Eric Gardner? Anybody remember Eric Gardner? May his soul rest in peace. Anybody remember that brother from New York? That over some Lucy's, he got his life taken. Over some Lucy's. Anybody remember Eric Gardner? Okay. The police took his life, okay? And he was married, 2 children that were grown, okay? He was married like 20-something years, right? Okay. So he left his wife to be with another woman, and he was with her for 14 years, okay? When the city had to pay out the money, mind you, he'd been with his girlfriend 14 years. They have 2 children, okay? 14 years, 2 children. The first woman he was with, wife, 20 years, 2 grown children, okay? 2 grown children. She ain't been with Eric in over 14 years after they had, separated, but she was legally still married to him. Where do you think the money went for the lawsuit? Who you think got the money? Now, he was with his girlfriend for 14 years. They lived in the same house and everything, 14 years. Who got it? Who got it? Brittany said it was the wife. The wife got it. But y'all say the paper don't matter. You hear me? This is what y'all say. Paper don't matter. Paper don't matter. Paper don't matter. This is what you believe. Paper don't matter. He wasn't with her. He only married. They was married 20 years. Then they separated. He started dating this other chick. 14 years. He was with this woman. 14 years. They lived in the same household. Had 2 children. But he was legally still married to the wife. Who did the city pay out to? They gave that money to the wife, not the mama, not the sister, not the brothers, not the children. They gave it to the wife. Mind you, he been with this woman 14 years, living together, 2 children. But y'all get in here and say, that paper don't hold no weight. That paper tell everybody that I am queen when I step on stage. I'm queen. Everybody must bow. I ain't got to listen to the mama. I ain't got to listen to the aunties. I ain't got to listen to the sisters. I ain't got to listen to the cousins. I ain't got to listen to the uncles. I do what I want to do because that was my husband. That was my husband. I don't care you been fucking him 14 years. You got 2 kids. That don't mean nothing to me. That man was my husband. But you know, y'all say paper don't matter. Paper don't matter. But yet the same paper that we go out every day and grind for, the same paper that everybody come to social media and do a story for. Martin, thank you for the $10 super chat, baby. I just saw it. Everybody that come to social media, they grind for it, they talk about it. But paper don't hold no weight. A-Team said, folks will disrespect you if you don't have that piece of paper. Baby, this man can be in the hospital, God forbid. You hear me? This man can be laying up in the hospital and hooked to a machine. And the mama and the family decide what's going to happen to him. And you don't want them to unhook him from the machine. But they say, no, he been on the machine for 7 days. We have to unhook him, right? And you telling the doctor, no, don't unhook him, this and that. Okay? Please don't unhook him. You crying, this and that. Don't unhook him. You falling out, this and that. Don't unhook him. And the doctor tell you, you're not the wife. We have to abide by what the mama say. Because you don't have no rights here. You see how nasty that is? You see how nasty that is? You don't have no rights. But if you the queen bee, bitch, you hear me? You the queen bee, you walk up in there, I carry his last name. That ring I hold on my finger, he gave me. That's my husband. And you won't tell no doctor that he only got 7 days. My king got more than 7 days. You're not going to hook that machine like that. And for y'all punk asses saying that shit about my husband, no more visits. And what they gonna do? They gonna get the family out of there. The doctor gonna call security. They gonna get the family out of there. And you gonna be by his bedside praying for him. You gonna tell somebody that, oh, you gonna unhook somebody's husband and they only had 7 days. Get your, you see that? But, you know, the paper don't hold no weight, you know. Paper don't mean nothing. Paper don't mean nothing. That's what you said. Good morning, Daniel. How are you? That's what you said. Paper don't mean nothing. That's what you believe. Anything happen to your husband right now, you able to handle the situation. You able to handle it. But if you've been with this man 16, 17 years, you ain't got no paperwork on him, the mama coming. And she gonna collect everything you worked hard for. Unless this man has a will. And even a will can be contested. Do you understand? But paper don't mean nothing. But every day you go out and fight to get that paper. You go to work every day and fight to get that paper. Every day you get on YouTube and talk your shit to get that paper. Am I right? Every day you get up here on YouTube and talk shit to get that paper. If you like the content, now we gonna put the plug in. Do you like the content? If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page and donate to the channel if you like the content. Do you understand? Every day you rock out to get that paper. Growing, don't be laughing at me now. Don't be laughing at me. This is the uncomfortable truth. So you got to start telling people, you can say the paper don't hold no weight, but the paper hold weight to me. The paper hold weight to me. That's always been my argument about when people say marriage is just a piece of paper. That's always been my argument. Because what happens is when this man gets sent to glory, you've been with him 20-something years. I watched it. I watched it many times happen in my family. You've been with this man 20-something years. You know what they put in his obituary? You were a special friend. That's what they put in the obituary. You were a special friend. Mind you, you got like 6 kids by him, but you were a special friend. I watched how my mother legally married my stepfather for 30-something years, okay? 30-something years. She was legally married to my stepfather. And I watched how my stepfather's funeral went. He was with this woman for like maybe 15, maybe 20 years probably, okay? This woman got no respect at his funeral. No respect. My stepfather family just ran to my mama like it was all good and everything like that. This woman was in the back in everything. Like, you know, she wasn't with him all those years. My mama got all the praise and everything. And I just looked at my mama and she ain't deserved none of the praise. I just looked at her. I said, damn, paper hold weight. Paper hold weight. Because they said a loving wife. They put my mother down. A loving wife. I said, where? I was looking around. No shot at my mama, but I was looking around. I was like, where the loving wife at? Where was the loving wife? Brittany, stop laughing at me. Where was the loving wife? Steven, stop laughing at me. That's what I was thinking in my mind, okay? Yes, Brittany, I'm telling you. Where was the loving wife at? Because the woman who was sitting in the back. Hey, Ricky, how are you? The woman that was sitting in the back was the loving woman. Okay, she was the loving woman. But you talking about my mama was the loving wife. And mind you, my mama was sleeping around on my stepfather with my daddy. Okay, so where was the loving wife at, damn it? When they said that, you got everybody was up there and the lady was talking. And the loving wife, and she mentioned my mama's name. Me and my sister and brothers was looking at my mama. And she up there, you know, doing that. I said, damn, that's all I could say. And then they called me up there to speak and stuff like that. Now, I love my mama. I love my mama. Don't get me wrong. I love her. But I said, I'll be damned. Okay, I said, I'll be damned. This is the uncomfortable truth. She got all the praise, all the gifts and everything. She got all the praise. Mind you, they knew our daddy had a girlfriend. So me and my siblings went to hug our daddy's girlfriend. She was crying so hard and this and that and everything. We went and consoled her, okay? But my mama over there, she was dressed to kill, y'all. No, I don't mean it like that. You know what I'm talking about. She was dressed, honey. She was dressed and sat her ass in the front. Didn't even feel bad about sitting in the front. She just like sat in the front like it's all good. You understand? And we all looking at her and everything. When y'all say that marriage is just a piece of paper, okay? That's why I don't believe y'all when y'all say that. This is why. I have seen it play out in my family. I've seen it play out in, you know, when you talk about Eric Gardner, may his soul rest in peace. I have seen it play out on just a wave of opportunities. I have seen it play out. That paper holds weight. That paper holds weight. But you will get in here, you'll have people say, that marriage certificate don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing, baby. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Because when this man is on life support and the family talking about, oh, it's already been 7 days, unplug it. And you the wife. You get in there and you tell them, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You won't unplug them like that. Oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't have that paper, you can't say nothing. All you can do is sit there and listen to the family. And the mama gonna tell you the house that you live in, you got to get out. The mama gonna tell you the cars that you've been driving is my cars now. But when you the queen bee, you get in there and tell them this is what the hell gonna happen. Y'all motherfuckers gonna get out of this hospital room. And I'm gonna tend to my husband. And I'll let you know when he wake up. I'll let you know. No more visitation. Because all this hateration going on, I don't need him to be hearing stuff like this. Okay? And let the hospital know, can none of these mother so-and-sos come up here to see him no more. Until he get better. How you want my husband over? Let's unplug. Bitch, what? But y'all say marriage don't hold, the paper don't hold no weight. I beg to differ. Okay? Urel, thank you for the $2 super chat. I love your channel. Urel, thank you. I'm a troublemaker. I appreciate you. Okay? I appreciate you. Let's get on to the next foolery. Now, they having some problems. Okay? In the stud land. The stud land is having problems. The stud land is having problems. And they are coming to social media. Telling us what type of problems they are having. The stud land is having problems. And these are the problems that they are coming to tell us. Okay? Thank you so much to Corey Joe for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much for Urel for the $2 super chat. And also thank you to Martin for the $10 super chat. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all for donating to the channel. So the studs are having a problem in the stud land. And this is what one of the studs had said. It's nasty. Okay, let's get into it. Here we go.
I've come to terms that when I strap up, she's only going to get about 10 minutes out of me because at anything further than the timer on the clock, it becomes a workout. I'm not going to burst or bust, so she's only going to get about 10 minutes and then we're going to act like two cats. I'm not a dog. You will not use me, okay? I won't pump more than 100 times. And I mean 5 sets of 10. I've come to terms that when I strap up, she's only going to get about 10 minutes out of me because at anything further than the timer on the clock, it becomes a workout. I'm not going to burst or bust, so she's only going to get about 10 minutes and then we're going to act like two cats. I'm not a dog. You will not use me. Okay, I won't pump more than 100 times. And I mean 5 sets of 10. I've come to
So, okay, all right. She said, I don't bust. Okay, I don't bust. So I can't work it until I bust. Now I want to give a hand clap to all the men. Get in here and give a hand clap to all the men. Okay? To all the men. Get a hand clap to all the men, damn it. All the men. Okay, we have to give the hand clap to all the men. Okay? Kimberly, thank you, baby, for the $19.99 super chat. I appreciate you, baby. And I see another one, $19.99 super chat, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you, honey, for donating to the channel. I greatly appreciate you. Okay? Now, y'all heard me now. Y'all heard me. We have to give a hand clap to the men, damn it. Okay? All right? We have to give the hand clap one more time, damn it. One more time to all the men, okay? Okay? To all the men, because that's a workout. That's a workout. That's a workout. That's a fight, okay? But because she said they bust, that's why they're fighting for that workout. Okay? See, this is the type of job that men were born to do. This is the job. Do you hear me? This is the job that men have been born to do. Okay? When you have been born, stop laughing at me, growing. Stop laughing at me. When you have been born to do this type of job, okay, you can't take counterfeit. Okay? Counterfeit, stop laughing at me, Black Queen. Stop laughing at me. You can't take counterfeit. Okay? It can't be counterfeit. Okay? This is what we're talking about. It can't be counterfeit. Okay? And some of y'all, you getting upset because, it's counterfeit. Okay? It's counterfeit. Listen, she said, and later we'll be rolling around. Let's replay it one more time. Later we'll be rolling around.
I've come to terms that when I strap up, she's only going to get about anything further than the timer on the clock, it becomes a workout. I'm not going to burst or bust, so she's only going to get about 10 minutes, and then we're going to act like two cats. I'm not a dog. You will not use me, okay? I won't pump more than 100 times, and I mean 5 sets of 10. I've come to terms that...
Okay, so now, let's see. So growing says it's a different energy, a different engine. I think you're trying to, did I say it wrong? Okay. So now I want us to clarify. Okay. I want us to clarify. I know we clowning this morning, but let's clarify something. Okay. Let's clarify. A-Team said, who wants plastic? I want us to clarify. Okay. We have to clarify something. Okay, and listen, don't get in here and start trouble with me. We have to clarify something. Now she said, 100 pumps, okay, and 5 sets of 10, okay. Now I don't know, and after that, that's all she can do. Now I don't know the part that she said we're gonna roll around like Cat Slater. Did you go back to the original setting, like after the 100, the 100 pumps, did you go back to the original setting? I'm just, Martin said it smelled like burnt rubber. Did you go back to the original setting? Okay? We're going to be rolling around like two cats. I am not a dog. Shout out to all the brothers that she called y'all dogs. Shout out to all the brothers. Yes. Okay. Now, Daniel, stop laughing at me, Daniel. Okay. Listen. When God has designated you to do a certain job, only Adam can do that job. Okay? Miss Straight Up No Chaser said, go back to factory setting. Yes, honey. This is the uncomfortable truth. Yahweh has designed his sons to do this job. Like they know that this is their job. Like I'm designed. I'm designed to do this type of job. They know this is your job. This is your job. And ladies, what is your job? You lay there like a cat. But cats move. I don't know. Some of y'all don't move. But cats move. Okay? Now, I'm just saying. I'm trying to finish this segment, but I can't. It's so funny. So I'm saying you back at factory reset. Okay? After the 100, you back at factory reset. The problem is, it's not even the 100. It's the motion. You understand? It's not even, because most men can't do 100. Okay? It's not even 100. It's the motion and how he lifts and move. You understand? It's the motion and how he lifts you and move. Okay? So it's the motion and how he does it that can make this cat, because we talking in cat and dog situation. It's the motion and how he make this cat wet. That's it. That's all. I couldn't get nothing else. That's it. I had to go with wet. Okay? So there's an art to this that Yahweh designed his sons that have an art to it. Okay? It's a, Black Queen, stop laughing at me. I'm trying to stay with a straight face. Okay? It's the art in which Yahweh had designed his sons to do, because he can sway from left to right. Okay? Okay? He can sway from left to right. Okay? He know how to hit it twice there, bow bow, twice there, bow bow, middle side, bow bow. Okay? I'm just letting you know. Okay? There's a way you do this thing. Okay? That's right. Black Queen, there's a way you do this thing. Because you weren't born like that, so you don't know. You don't know that there's a way. You know that you don't know. Okay? Growing said, got me dying. I listen. It's a way you do this thing. Take heed. What happened now? Okay, what happened? Okay. Now, Martin said, take the machinery off. You're going to hurt someone with that. Now, listen. Now, I know y'all heard about the young girl who was in the ER. Okay. She played with that rose too long and got electrocuted. I fell out. I said, ain't no way. Oh my God. Ain't no way. Okay? Ain't no way. That's right, Brittany. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, damn it. Ain't no way. Okay? Ain't no way. Listen, Melissa, it's true. It's true, Melissa. She said she was messing with it too much and got electrocuted. She showed the picture. Y'all youngins, I don't know. John, stop laughing at me. I don't know. Okay? Listen. Let's go on to the next segment. We got to go on to the next segment, okay? Now, I have a little problem with this next segment, okay? This is the little problem I got with this next segment, okay? The woman that is talking is a church woman, okay? Now, we all know what happens when you're a church woman. The last destination for a hoe is the church, okay? But she telling somebody this, but she used to be this, okay? Now, here we go.
Do you know you're the whore? You may not say you're a whore, but you is one. You done had about 3 or 4 men to hit you up. All right, I love him, and let you go in the bed. And when he get through, amen, knock, amen, he through. You better realize you're a whore. Stop being one. A man love you, let him put a ring on your finger. Keep yourself. Do you know you're a love?
Now, who talks like this right now? Take heed, talk like this. Okay? Take heed, talk like this. I tell you quick. Now, listen. Don't be out here whoring. Don't be out here whoring. You understand? Get in there and start working on yourself. Change your mindset. Don't get in here doing nonsense. Learn how to clink. What do Take Heed tell you? Okay? What do Take Heed tell you? I have been down that road. I have done nonsense. That's why you can't tell me nonsense. You can't tell me. Okay? Take Heed has done nonsense. But the only blessing is I was able to stop in my 20s. See, I did my hoish shit, the most hoish shit, with my husband. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell y'all it's okay to be a hoe. I'm not mad at you if you want to be a hoe. I'm not mad at you. It's okay to be a hoe. But what do Take Heed tell you, dear man? What do I tell you? Be a hoe with your husband. Be a hoe with your husband. Do you hear me? Be a hoe with your husband. That's what I tell you. See, women believe you got to go through a whole phase. You got to go through a whole phase. It's the rite of passage. You got to go through a whole phase. Take Heed was a teen mama. I was a teen mama. I did some shit. Okay? I did some nonsense. Don't get me wrong. I done nonsense. But my most freakiest form was when I got married. Not my first husband. Because I told you, my first husband said, a man needs a housewife and a whore. Y'all remember, I told y'all that when I was 19. So that wasn't my most freakiest form. When I got that message from the first husband, and the marriage did not work out, the second one I encountered, God said, this is your husband. But God had already told him that I was his husband. I'm saying it wrong. God already told him that I was his wife. And that he has to be my teacher because I didn't know how to be a wife. So when I married my husband, when my husband married me, I'm still saying it wrong. When my husband married me, I was a nightmare walking. Do you hear me? I was a nightmare walking. I was a nice lady. Okay, nice young lady. But I was a nightmare walking. This man had to go through samurai swords and shit to fight me, to get me in submission. That's some shit right there. Now, mind you, I was respectful. And I was kind, but I had a lot of shit. Like, if you made me mad, like, stuff would come out my mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so he was working on that. And so the teaching had to occur. You understand? So now when we finally tied the knot, this is when Take Heed became the wife hoe. Okay? Now I'm not ashamed. This is when Take Heed became the wife hoe. Now I understand. Okay, now I understand. Go through your whole phase with your husband. You understand? Go through the whole phase with your husband. So your name can't be dragged in the street. So when you walk past your husband in the moo-moo, okay, because you know I love my moo-moo. This is a moo-moo right here, y'all. When you walk past your husband wearing a moo-moo, okay, and he look at you because he know the dirty things that you had did the night before, because he know the dirty things you had did to him the night before. He give you that sly look and you laugh at him. And then you walk past him. Because I tell my husband, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Like when I walk out the room, you know, because you know the marital bed will never be defiled. You hear me? You can do some shit in the marital bed. You hear me? Walk past your husband and he look at you laughing. Say, don't judge me. I always tell my king, don't judge me. Don't judge me. We not in the room no more. Don't judge me. I'm the homemaker. Okay? I'm the homemaker. I'm going to cook and everything and clean the house. Don't judge me. Okay? Now, when I get in the room, you shake it fast. Okay? Shake it fast, mama. You know what I'm saying? Shake it fast. Okay? But when I come outside the room, I'm the homemaker. Take Heed is the homemaker. I'm cleaning, I'm cooking and everything. But when I get inside my room, Take Heed is not the homemaker no more. I'm not the homemaker. I'm hoe, take heed. Okay? I am hoe, take heed. Am I proud of my name? I'm proud of my name, damn it. I'm proud of my name. Okay? I'm proud. Don't be laughing at me. Don't be laughing at me. Okay? Now when you step out the room and he don't, you looking like the mother now. You're looking like a mama. You know what I'm saying? And he look at you, but last night you didn't look like the mama. Okay? You didn't look like the mama. You had something nice on laying in the bed. Okay? Holes everywhere that was in the outfit. Okay? Now you don't look like the mama no more. Okay? You don't look like the mama. Okay? But when you go outside the room, you got the moo-moo on. You look like the mama. That's how you supposed to look, like the mama. Okay? But when you inside the room, the hoe is there. Tell them, say, baby, the hoe is here. Okay? The hoe is here, baby. Say it with a smile on your face. You want to go through your whole phase because social media tell you go through your whole phase. Go through your whole phase. The whole phase is good. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not good. The whole phase is not good. You racking up demons on the street. The whole phase is not good. Be a hoe to your husband. You up there making those pancakes and stuff. He looking at you. You got the moo-moo dress on. He smiling. Because he thinking about the shit that you had done to him last night. He said, wait a minute. Okay? He thinking about the shit you had done to him last night. And he said, this is my wife. And then when you see him laugh, you walk past him and say, don't judge me. Don't judge me. And he tell you, I ain't judging. I ain't judging one bit. I ain't judging. Okay? He rolling his eyes up. I ain't judging. I ain't judging. Okay? That's the type of marriage you want. That's the type of marriage you want to be in. I ain't judging. Let him walk. You walk past him. Okay? You going out to church. You got your church dress on and everything. You got your church hat on and everything, and y'all get to the car. He see you walking to the car, and he say, baby, you look nice, and you tell him, yes, I know, okay. And then he sit next to you in the car, and he say, you smell nice, and you say, yes, I know, I do. And he look at you, he get that sly look, he dip his hat and everything, cause he thinking about what you did the night before church. And you look at him and say, don't judge me. Don't judge me. And hold the Bible to your chest. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay? Now, all right. All right. All right. Don't be mad at me. Okay? Black Queen said that freak keep him on that freak. The freak keeps him on his toes. Now, that's nasty, Black Queen. All right. Now, let's get to the main event. Because I done talked my shit already. It's an hour and 33 minutes. I done talked my shit. Let's get to the main event. Okay? Let's get to the main event. So, shout out to Officer Tatum. Because he dropped this foolery on his page, and it was amazing. Okay, shout out to that brother. Now, y'all know I don't agree with everything Officer Tatum say, but this was amazing. Okay, we gonna head over to YouTube real quick. We gonna get out of that IG. We gonna head over to YouTube, and we gonna discuss the foolery. Now, Anna Nazario, she's not my favorite person. I don't really care for her too much. She's one of those like alpha females that she think she know everything. And she sound cray-cray. Okay. Now, alpha female does not exist. That word doesn't exist, but she's very masculine to be a Hispanic woman. Okay, so I don't like, and listen, African American people, we have women like this in our community too, but they also have it in the Hispanic community too. So you know she dogs walk whoever, if she married, if she have a husband, she dogs walk this husband. I don't care what nobody say. Okay? Nobody could tell me anything different. But let's get into the foolery because allegedly, okay? Now listen, allegedly they said Anna Nazario on CNN allegedly said black people that was slaves came to the U.S. illegally. Is that true, anybody? Do you believe that? Do you believe that's true? Anybody? Anybody believe that? That the slaves that came to the U.S. came illegally? But I want y'all to hear what she actually said, okay? Because you know how social media do. I want y'all to listen to what she actually said, okay? Let's go into Officer Tatum. Y'all know it's going to be a commercial first, and then we're going to get into the foolery, okay? So the close that the way she did, the way she said it, it sound cray-cray, but you got to take time and listen, okay? She compared the illegal immigrants to slavery, okay? Okay? Mind you, this is two different horrible situations, but she compared it to slavery. You know what I'm saying? Just a little something, something. We're going to get into the foolery. Officer Tatum is coming. Here we go.
Synergy is actually live. It's 5 years in the making, 3 years in formulation, and I don't even know how to, I'm like in shock that we finally got it in production. All of our staff are now mandated to drink Synergy. Just play it. Nah, but for real, if they want an energy drink, they got to drink Synergy. Can't bring nothing else up in this building. But it's an incredible product, all natural product. If you take the day and the night together, that's when you get complete energy, which a lot of energy companies don't want to tell you because they need you to be tired so you can have to use their energy drinks. But we want you to get a great night's sleep so you wake up with energy and also have sustainable energy and focus throughout the day. A bunch of natural ingredients. We use ashwagandha, magnesium, melatonin in the night drink. And we use a bunch of other nootropics in the day drink that will give you clean, sustainable energy. No crashing, none of that bull crap. Just straight quality energy. And eventually I'm gonna put my formulator on here because I think that we need to give him a shout out because I want to introduce you guys to him. Like, we don't private label this stuff. We had it formulated from scratch. I mean, we talked to a person. I said I need it to be like this. I need it to taste good. I need it to have efficacy. I want all of the best supplement products and vitamins you can put in an energy drink that can give you good energy without screwing you over. So make sure you go to synergylife.com, synergylife.com. And for everybody else that purchased and pre-order, when you get it, taste it, and leave a review. Give us a 5-star if you believe it's 5-star worthy. All right. Now, I heard Sharmichael.
Now, y'all know why I let the commercial play through, because I'm using Officer Tatum stuff. So I have to let the commercial play through. Don't be upset about it, okay? Shout out to Officer Tatum. Here we go.
Before. I'm not saying this is him, though. Y'all may not realize that there's black conservatives that hate me. I don't think Sharmichael is one of those people. I hope not, man. I met him. I liked him. I thought we were cool. Let me see if Sharmichael follow me on social media. This will tell you everything you need to know. And I like Sharmichael. Just, I'm throwing it out there. Let me see if Sharmichael follow me on social media. Because this is how y'all know when people don't like you. Sharmichael don't follow me on social media. Now, I'm not saying that this is 100% true, because some people just don't follow. You don't follow them, they don't follow you. But I do want y'all to know that there's a rift in the black conservative community. I'm telling you, the black people like me that are new black conservative, the black conservatives of old, They don't like us. They don't like Candace. They tell us to our face. They try to get us uninvited to events. They talk behind our back. They wish now they the new Candace on. They be doing all kind of foul stuff. I'm not saying Shermichael is that person, but I'm skeptical, right? But with that being said, I like what he had to say on this show. Roll the clip.
I am going to move on. I'm going to move on because this is not a conversation about the tattoos.
Let me just say this.
One of the other things.
Let me just say this off top. Shermichael did misinterpret what she said. I'm not going to be disingenuous about it. But I still love to see her get her head whooped on TV. Because she is the most nastiest, craziest, racist, Trump deranged, Eli derangement syndrome type woman I have ever seen in my life.
Now he right about that because I never saw anything like the way she talk about Trump and the way she talk about Eli. So she's right about. He's right about that. Let's continue. Here we go.
To watch her get lectured on TV just made my day. Roll the clip.
That happened this week is that a California judge said that you can't just scoop people up and deport them without a warrant. And in that case, basically the judge is saying, you're basically taking anybody who's in a particular area. If they don't want to talk to you, you're taking them, detaining them, and assuming that they are deportable. And that you can't really do that anymore.
What the judge is saying is nothing radical. This is basically comports with existing law. It comports with decades of decisions around this matter, which in like pure layman's basic terms means that ICE agents cannot go after people, arrest them and detain them solely on the basis of being having brown skin and being working class. And what was so interesting about this case...
You know what I find is so funny? That they would say having brown skin. I find that funny because you'll never hear someone of their stature say they have brown skin. You'll never hear that. You hear it now on CNN, but you would never hear them say they have brown skin. They'll quickly tell you who they are. Okay? Now, another thing too, this man that they have been fighting for to bring back from this prison, right? That they're saying that he had no ties to any gangs and all that, and he was like a law-abiding citizen, like the way they're talking about he was a father, a husband, he was so good, this and that. But yet, he whooped his wife's ass a couple of times. But yet, he whooped her a couple of times. And not no regular whoop. He whoop her. Okay? But he's a good man. Then he has the tattoos all over his body that shows he's in a gang and on his hands. But yet, he was a good man. This is what they're painting him to be. When they interviewed her, okay, by herself, they asked her some questions that she could not answer. Okay? She could not answer. She was stuck. Okay? So, why is she again out here pushing for him to come back? And you know what? The sad part is that I think the Dens will regret if this man do come back and something happened to the wife. God forbid, I don't wish any evil on anybody. But this man was laying hands on her. He was laying hands on her. So now she's up here talking about, I want him back and this and that and all this other stuff. We don't even know if they actually lived in the same house together. We don't even know if they actually was still staying together after he laid hands on her. But we have to paint this situation because this is what making waves. This is why you have some of our Democratic senators going over there seeing this man in this prison. Okay? This is why you see them pushing for this, to see him come back to the United States. And he had already have cases against him. But nobody is, thinking about that. Nobody is like, oh, this man is this man is that. Nobody is doing that. Nobody is doing that. Y'all sitting here believing the hype, and the wife don't even know what to actually say. Somebody writing this stuff down for her, because I watched her on that podium. They had a doggone speech or whatever, and she was up there reading everything. If you miss your husband, I ain't gotta read shit. I miss him. I need him back. American government, please do something. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody to write nothing for me. I know what to say. Something ain't right somewhere, y'all. Something ain't right somewhere. I'm telling you. Miss Straight Up No Chaser said this is probably the longest she has not had her behind whoop. Yes, allegedly. But they up here hyping this young woman up here, talking about she love her husband, this and that. You listen, somebody laying hands on you, I promote you calling the police. Do you hear me? I promote you calling the police. Let's continue. Let's get back into it. Here we go.
Is that the Border Patrol did not contest any of the allegations.
And they actually claimed that they changed their guidelines.
Their response was just that they were going to do better training, and this issue is right in line with the Mr. Garcia case.
Hold on, I got to interject.
Due process.
Let me interject real quick. This is the last one. It's the last one. Let me interject real quick. I was a cop, and SB 1070 was a thing in Tucson, Arizona. Nobody is getting deported because they Mexican. That's not happening. What happens is a person has to have signs and symptoms of all kinds of other things before they waste their time to detain you. How does this look? A person admits that they are not a citizen, or a person has no identification and they can't speak English. Those are what we call reasonable suspicions that a person is illegally in this country. It is rare that you will find somebody who's legally in America that don't have no documentation, which means when I put your name in the system in the computer, nothing comes up.
That's right.
That's not what happens when you are searching or doing a check on a United States citizen or a person who immigrated here legally through the system. They have a social security number. Then they have an identity. But when you go to run this person and nothing comes up, they have no social, no identity, no address, they can't speak English, and then they also tell you, I'm not from America, and they committing crimes, this is how you get deported. It's not just randomly, how many Mexicans can we find today? You couldn't deport all these Mexican people. Have you been to Phoenix? You go to the south side of Phoenix.
Now, he ain't lying about that part. He ain't lying one bit. Let's continue.
Mexico. With a little bit of Chicago in the corner. They ain't out every day. Mexican, bring them over here. Mexican. No, it don't work like that. They couldn't do that. It would be too exhausting. They would never get anything done. Roll the clip. It's the last.
Whatever we feel about Mr. Abrego Garcia, it's honestly irrelevant. It's a question for the immigration judge.
Whatever we feel about him is irrelevant. But is it not true that he has 2 DB cases? Is that not true? Is it not true that the federal judge believed that he has some gang ties because of the tattoos? He ain't get those tattoos for no reason, y'all. Do you just go around tattooing your hand and your body for no reason and you got gang signs on you? Come on now, that don't even make no sense. Oh, the tattoos don't mean nothing. Y'all better get out of here. Y'all better get out of here. Oh my God, let's continue.
On Mr. Garcia, we keep saying that there's no evidence that this guy belonged to a gang.
No evidence in court filings.
That's not true.
No, that is true.
That's true.
Michael, that is true. No. Hold on.
We always have to play this game of interrupting people when they're talking.
But you're saying...
What's the point of me being on the show if I can never finish my freaking point?
Okay,
this is getting really annoying, Abby.
Hold on.
Everyone else has made their statements. I have yet to say anything.
Hold on a second, okay?
I mean, Jesus.
Hold on a second. Why are you so angry?
Because I want to say something, and I have a point of view to make it as well.
Hang on just one second. Sure, Michael. Let me ask you a question. The question is, has the government presented evidence in court that Abrego Garcia...
And I don't like how Abby did this part. And I like Abby, but I don't like how she did this part right here because she's not being truthful. She's saying that did the federal government show that he is part of the gang? Did they show, right? Do they have evidence, right? But this is the uncomfortable truth. It has the court system is aware. They are aware. It has been documented that he is from this gang, okay? But they're saying the federal court, okay, has not said. You know what I'm saying? She's going into it's nonsense. Let's continue. Here we go. It's nonsense.
And my response, and the answer is no, that has not happened in court. But it doesn't mean that they have not made those claims publicly. It doesn't mean that those claims are not in police reports. In 2019, it doesn't mean that they're not in police reports. They're just not statements that were made in
2019. The immigration judge at the time believed the Prince George's County gang unit and the evidence that they presented before that judge at the time that Mr. Garcia did indeed belong to a gang. This is not my opinion. People can Google this crap. They can Google this. See.
So now we don't believe the gang unit and we don't believe the judge now. But y'all say we supposed to be believing the police and we supposed to believe the judge, right? But now in this special case right here, okay, this thing y'all talking about this man, okay, that the gang unit, the police gang unit is lying and the judge is lying now. You know what I'm saying? I never heard nothing like that. You know what the gang unit job is to do? Anybody know? Their job is to detect who is in a gang. And they know by the tattoos. I know you by your tattoos. I know you by your background. You understand? And so they labeled this man from this gang. They labeled him by the tattoos that he carried on his body and on his hands. You gonna tell me all of a sudden he stopped being in the gang now? Like, okay, he stopped. Because I don't think you can just stop being in the gang like that. I don't think so. They have some special ritual. I don't think you can. More than likely, you'll be 6 feet under if you tried. Anyway, let's continue. Here we go.
Reported on this. If a judge believed it in 2019, is it now all of a sudden not true?
The judge granted him a withholding of removal.
No, I acknowledge that fact.
Which is a different issue. Hold on.
But the point remains that a judge found the evidence to be credible that Mr. Garcia did indeed belong to a gang. So now all of a sudden we're just not going to believe judges?
The judge.
We can't have it both ways.
I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, but my only point is that the government has not presented beyond the police report. They've not actually presented the evidence to prove that he belonged to this gang.
So police reports are not considered evidence before a court of law? Do judges not consider police reports? What are we saying?
But Sir Michael, what was the original? I actually want to
It absolutely is relevant to the argument from the administration, which is that Mr. Garcia belonged to a gang as one of the reasons of deporting him out of the country. But you guys are saying there's no truth to it. There's no facts. That's not true.
The Constitution is very clear. It does not say citizens. It says no person should be deprived of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness without due process. It doesn't matter what he's done in his past. The Boston Wait a minute. Let me finish. The Boston bomber had due process.
It doesn't matter what he did in his past. It doesn't matter. How many people lose certain things because of their past? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it was his past. It doesn't matter because it was in his past. Let's continue. Here we go.
That's what this is about. I gave you time. Let me finish. Okay? This is a president who continues to twist the Constitution to adapt to whatever his vision is, to the point of the 2-year-olds.
Listen. Let's put this in perspective. These people are so disingenuous because this is not Donald Trump contorting or changing the Constitution. This is Donald Trump acting on behalf of the best interests of America, and there's a constitutional argument that has to be made. That's the difference. It's like Donald Trump is acting in good faith according to reasonable good faith behavior. And then what happens on the back end? There is a legal challenge. And therefore, the Supreme Court has to make a decision. It's not that there's a decision that's made and he's turning against the decision. What's happening is that Donald Trump's interpretation of it and somebody else's interpretation of it is different. Donald Trump is doing what's in the best interest of our country. Because if anybody want to say MS-13 gang member should be able to stay in our country, he didn't get due process to get in this mud, and he don't need it going out. So if anybody's going to make that claim, you have to say that Trump is acting in good faith. Roll the clip.
Deported without due process, an American citizen. His father did not want him to go, and the only access he had to his daughter was listening to his daughter cry in the background in a 1-minute call. That 4-year-old did not get access to a doctor, despite the fact of having stage 4 cancer, did not have his medication with him when he was deported, an American citizen to Honduras. This is what this president is doing. He is twisting the definition of the Constitution, and people like you are disparaging character to try to justify the disparaging.
I'm not disparaging. Due process does matter.
Did he have due process?
But the idea that Mr. Garcia's past doesn't matter is ludicrous.
We live
in a sovereign nation, and this idea that people can just come into our country and do whatever the heck they want to do is absurd to me. And if Democrats want to die on this hill, I promise you'll regret it politically. So go right ahead. Go right ahead.
For Americans.
Go right ahead.
Hold on a second. It's funny, but they talk about due process, but they weren't talking about due process of January 6th. They didn't care about due process. I mean, come on, man. These people didn't even have a trial. They're sitting in jail riding. No due process mentioned. No due process mentioned. No legal conversation like this. Democrats did not say due process no matter what. But they are willing to say due process no matter what on an illegal alien who beat up his girlfriend, was an MS-13 gang member. This is a hill they will die on. It's not that they want to die. They will be dead on this hill. The American people are struggling right now, and the economy is kicking them in the you-know-what, right. And they defending illegals that shouldn't have never been here in the first place. It ain't like the guy was a citizen. It ain't like the guy came here legally, and there was a court process, and they're just deporting people who legally are in this country because they don't like them. It's a person that should never been here. Roll it.
Well, breaking our laws, coming into our country, that is a fact.
Let me let Scott have a word, and then we'll move on.
It seems to me that the political analysis of this, though, is, and a lot of average people are looking at it this way, why is it that we can let 20 million people into the country just walk across, whatever, and there's no real process for them to do that, but then we have to individually pick out every single person and go through years upon years.
And Scott Jennings is right. Mind you, they all did something illegal. When you come into this nation and you just walked across, this is illegal. They all did it. It's illegal. Okay? But yet, somehow, you have to go and process everyone through court. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Do you know that Obama and Clinton, we know we're going to take Obama. Obama was the deporter in chief. Obama didn't play no games. And why am I saying that? I worked for Port for many years, and I seen how many buses used to be shipped out late in the midnight hour through Newark Airport, North Side. Obama was a problem when it came to immigration. And the same person that he made, the same person that he had governing the border was the same person that governed the border under Trump's first term. And also the same person who is there right now governing under President Trump's second term. This man is a godsend. I don't care if y'all don't like him. I don't care what you say about him. He doesn't let everybody in here. We're the only nation that lets everybody in here, and then it becomes a problem on the money that is needed for the people who are here. We have a lot of American citizens who are homeless. A lot of them who don't have any food. They don't have Medicaid, Medicare. And so you want to open up the doors to let everybody come in here. We don't care what you did. Get in here because we need you. Need you for what? You understand the people who are looking for safety, who are looking for a better life. Yes, I agree with that. But the ones who are doing evil, no, you should not be allowed to be here. Let's continue. Here we go.
On years of paperwork and this and that and the other, and all we're trying to do is send them back to where they came from because they came here illegally in the first place. 20 million in with no process. How do you get 20 million out with years and years of people fighting every single case? You could cherry. But the reality is the crisis that put Donald Trump in the White House was caused over years and years and years of neglect and letting people walk into here without any process at all, and now you're trying to gum up the works to keep them here.
A lot of them came in with parole. A lot of them came in.
CNN polling shows 54% of Americans want Mr.
November polling showed Donald Trump won the election.
Don't nobody give a damn about that poll. 54 Americans. Y'all go sit the hell down. Don't nobody care about that stupid poll. Because what about the rest of us? What about the rest of us? 54%. Nobody give a damn about that stupid poll. What about the rest of us? Let's continue. Here we go. He gonna say 54% Americans. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
We are a sovereign nation, and you cannot just come into our country illegally whenever the heck you want, because we can't do it to any other country on the face of this earth.
Illegal,
if you come in illegally, you have to leave. Americans are tired of that. We do not have unlimited resources.
You know who was here illegally with a deportation order? Marco Rubio's grandfather. All right,
we're not talking about Marco Rubio.
Now we're not? Now that's not relevant?
It's not relevant.
No, I'm talking about Marco Rubio because Marco Rubio used to be an advocate for TPS for Venezuelans, and Marco Rubio used to be an advocate for Nicaraguans and Cubans.
And then she sat in here and brought in Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio grandfather wasn't illegal. Okay, we all know that some people from the Latino community, the Mexican community was illegals, but they weren't coming here to hurt nobody. They weren't coming here doing gang activity. That's the problem. We have enough shit already in here that's crazy. Okay, so we don't need people to add on to the crazy shit. We need you to add on to the good things. We need you to add on to the working class. We need you to add on to family. That's what we need. Not you in here doing gang activity, hurting people and this and that. So when she said Mark Rubio's grandfather, your grandfather or your great-grandmother or grandfather did the same thing, get out of here. Let's continue. Here we go.
This country illegally, you are going home. Simple as that. We do not have unlimited resources.
I think a lot of Americans
to take care of other people.
There's a hell of a lot of people other than the black people who were brought here as slaves who came to this country illegally.
They're not the same as black people who were brought here against our will.
That's exactly what I just said. I said there is a lot of than the black people.
There is a big difference. There's a big difference.
Now y'all heard that part, right? So that means that she said, that's not what she said. That's not what she said. Okay? She said there were a lot of other people that were brought here against their will. Not just black slaves that was brought here against their will. So the news media is lying. She didn't say black slaves are just like illegals, but it's gonna lead to that. But how she made the comparison was bad. Okay, how she got close to what she was. It sounds like she was trying to say it, but she reared back because she knew it was gonna be some backlash from it. Okay, so when she said that first part, she messed up, but then she did it like a little quick turn off. So that, nobody would go after her, but they still went after her because they didn't hear the full sentence. So let's continue. Here we go.
That's what I just said, Michael. Look and act indignant. That's exactly what I just said.
Let me go to Share Michael.
Other than the black people and Share Michael. There are a from
Sure,
many,
Michael, I think
many
you
countries
actually
that came
misheard
here
what
illegally.
I think you misheard what she said.
No, he purposely misheard.
She said,
I purposely
yes, she
misheard. So now you're in my
Sure,
brain?
Michael, listen to me for
Is
just a second.
that, is that where we're going?
You
Sure,
think
Michael,
I would
listen to me
say
for a
I would
second.
have advocated
Anna,
for black
please
people
stop.
my entire life and
Anna,
say something like that?
Anna,
Give me a
Because
damn
you've
break.
advocated for black.
And Anna, that's another thing too. Just because you advocated for black people, that doesn't mean anything. There was people before you that was advocating for black people that were black. So just because, and a lot of people love to say that, oh, I advocated for black people. But before you were born, there were African American giants that were advocating for black people. You came when the train was already running. You came when the train was already ready. You came when the train was already in Washington, D.C. So just because you advocated for black people, that doesn't mean anything that you could just say whatever you want to say. So I have a problem with Anna with that part right there. Let's continue. Here we go.
Congratulations. Last time I checked, I'm black. You're not.
Okay, sure, Michael.
That's right. I'm Latino and my people are being racially profiled.
It is.
And
Do I have to remind you the history of my people?
Sure,
Do I want to go there?
No, I don't.
Do you really
Okay.
want to go there?
We're gonna
and
know the history. We're going to go to break. Raul Reyes, thank you very much for joining us, everybody.
They had to shut it off.
This is a good one to end
Calm
on. But
down.
just, hey, let's keep it real. Do y'all really want to go down this path? Because black people who were smuggled here or traded here are not the same as Mexican people from the southern border who snuck into our country. These two people are not the same. It wasn't a circumstance. These Mexican people come over here, or whoever is coming from the southern border, they come over here and get benefits. They come over here and get housing. They come over here and get free health care. They come over here and there's taxpayer programs for them.
Yep.
When black people came over here, they were getting whooped over the back of the head and put on plantations. Y'all better stop playing with us. And I wish that black people start standing up. D.L. Hughley and all these other people. Hispanic people and black people's immigration story
It's not the same.
ain't the same. We don't have the same history. You show me a water fountain that says no Mexicans or no, it didn't exist.
No.
Black people had to go through all of this stuff. Black people built the railroads and had to do all of this stuff and now get an opportunity to have equal rights. We couldn't vote, we couldn't do all of this stuff. Y'all come over here 30 minutes ago and get everything we work for. There's no civil rights. Black people died for that. The Civil War, black people died in it. You name it. We've been fighting over it all this time. And then you get to come over here and reap the benefits of all of that. You're going to miss me with that.
Yeah.
I think I said enough. Y'all comment in the comment section.
So shout out to Officer Tatum for always having amazing content. This is a learning experience, YouTube. I see you doing some nonsense on the stream. This is a learning experience. This is not anything racial or anything. This is a learning experience, YouTube. I see you doing nonsense on the stream. Okay? The uncomfortable truth is that our walks are not the same. If it wasn't for African American walk first, a lot of y'all who are here from different cultures would not be here today. You wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for our walk first. When this great nation was formed, it was only Caucasians and black. That's it. So all the stuff that happened, all these laws that are put into place was because of our ancestors first. So to compare both walks the same is bad. You can't compare the walks the same. See, your people walked across the gate. Our people came in ships at the belly of the ship. And some of our people were already here and enslaved. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. That's too real, right? Yeah, I don't want to talk about that part. But it's not the same. The walk is not the same. So y'all have to stop comparing your walk across the southern border to us being enslaved. It's different. Y'all walked across the southern border. You got programs. You got free housing. You got all these things. You got Medicaid, Medicare. You got all these things. Social Security, disability. You got all these things. But when blacks came here, we ain't get none of that. We got an ass whooping. And we didn't comply. So it's different. And Anna, I feel that you lost, baby. You lost. Because y'all fighting for a man who is a known gang member to come back to the United States. You don't know if him and that wife still live together. You don't know the shit she was going through with this man. And she herself scared to tell y'all no, she don't want to be out here marching or helping y'all because maybe y'all put her legal status or you won't help her with her legal status because y'all pushing an agenda. This woman ain't called the police on this man for no reason. She ain't go press charges on this man for no reason. 2 times, not 1 time, 2 times. Even a judge says something is wrong. Even a judge, but now the judge is lying. The gang unit says something is wrong, so the gang unit is lying too. And the tattoos tell his story. The tattoos tell his story. But everybody lying though. Shout out to Officer Tatum for amazing content. I appreciate you, sir. And to everybody who donated to the channel, baby, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking time to donate to the channel. All right. Now for my first donation of the day, Corey Joe for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. I got something for you. Here we go. Here we go, sir. Trying to change it. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. Okay. So now, the next one is, who was the next one? Who was the next one? I had another $2 super chat, and it came from Yorel. Yorel, this is you right here, baby. I appreciate you. Here we go. Oh.
You want to go chase a bag instead of chase the game. Chase the game. The game got the bag. Don't chase the bag. The bag ain't got the game. Chase the game because that's going to sustain you for a moment. This right here is going to maintain you forever. I've never chased money in my life. I've chased greatness. And guess what came with greatness?
The bag.
The money.
That's nasty. Okay. Now, the next one is $10 super chat from Martin. Martin, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Here we go, Martin. Here we go. Here we go, Martin.
What drawers should I wear today? Oh, what drawers should I wear today?
Oh, my goodness.
Should I wear my granny bag? Should I wear my granny bag? Or should I wear a thong? What drawers should I wear today? What drawers should I wear today? Oh, what drawers should I wear today? Wear my granny bag? Or should I wear a thong? Should I wear my granny bag? Or should I wear a thong?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Those girls going to hell. I'm telling you right now. Why they do a gospel rendition of that song? They terrible. No, shout out to the amazing content creators. Shout out to the amazing content creators. Okay. So now we got Kimberly. Kimberly, thank you for the 219.99 super chats, baby. I appreciate you. Kimberly, I want you to listen to this, baby. Okay, if you still here, thank you so much for donating to the channel. Okay, now I'm gonna share something with y'all. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. This
song didn't even need no words.
Don't judge
This
me.
song just strictly beat and it still go crazy.
Okay.
What? I don't know who made this beat right here.
Don't judge me.
But we didn't need no
Play it
words.
in your bedroom with your husband. Don't judge me. Okay?
Hey.
Here we go. Here we go. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Get it, y'all. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? That's nasty. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay? Squirrel Girl for the 1999 super chat. Keep up the great work. You always make me smile and think. Oh, sweetie, thank you so much. Squirrel Girl for the 1999 super chat. I appreciate you, baby. Brittany, I got one more for you, baby. One more for you. Kimberly, I got one more for you, baby. Okay? For the other 1999 super chat, honey. Okay? I got one more for you. Okay, here we go. Here we go. That's nasty. That's nasty.
That's what I used to do. Use and abuse it.
Nasty. Oh my goodness.
Then I think it was pain for pleasure.
Ooh, that's nasty. Go ahead now.
That's what with every measure, baby. Tasting teardrop stains, yeah. I was cold as ice
Long
ago.
Baby.
Baby, I wasn't there. Every night you know. Sugar.
That's nasty.
Then I kissed your
Wait a minute. Hey, green beans. Get it. Oh my God. Yes, honey. All right, Kimberly. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you for both of those 2 donations. Thank you. Squirrely Girl, baby. Wait a minute. I got something for you. Okay? Okay, I got something for you. Let me get in here. Hold on. Let me see what we got. Here we go, Squirrely Girl.
Check it out. Break the weed down, roll up. Then you gotta pass the blunt all around. And you know where I'ma be found, yelling woo woo with the motherfucking clowns. Getting paid is my forte, each and every day in the Chevrolet, drinking on a pink lemonade. It's the Sprite with the Minute Maid, yeah. East side to the west side, got a thick girl with some thick thighs. I'm not spending my cash, she giving me the ass. Every night I'ma have a blast. By no means average, I got a couple really bad habits. Chick, you a perfect 10. I wanna get in. Can I mix some orange juice with that gin? Like.
All right now, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who donated to the channel. Jackie, I see you, baby. You know you can scroll up, baby. You know my content is not for everybody. You know you can scroll up, right? Now, guys, everybody have a good day. God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? And we'll get into some more foolery. Thank you to everybody who took time to donate to the channel today. Thank you to everybody who took time to hit the like button. Guys, please hit the like button before you go. If you know what I'm saying. If you want to donate to the channel as well, if you can. Also, if you want to shop with us, our family business is called UBMRacksFashion.com. Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay. The links in my bio. Okay. Also, if you want to buy merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see shop or store. Okay. If you're interested. Hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, baby clothes, they got in here too. With a cartoon form of me. And then in the back, it'll say, take heed to the message. Guys, have a wonderful and amazing day. Okay? And we going to go out. We're going to go out with this right here. We're going to go out with, let me see. We're going to get back to old school. We're going to go out with this right here. Have a great one, everyone.